So when you're on Amazon.com and you search in any search term, there's a 90% chance that you're going to buy from somebody who's on the very first page. And so Amazon is basically forcing you to buy from someone who they have chosen. And so how do you get chosen or ranked by Amazon? Well, it comes down to Amazon's algorithm. They have an A10 algorithm, which is their most updated algorithm that they currently run right now, that's going to base your product's ranking off of a few things. And so having a good or optimized Amazon product launch basically means that you put a product out there, you have launched it correctly, and ultimately Amazon's A10 algorithm has picked it up and has moved it up in the ranks. So that's why in this video, I'm going to go over two individual things that when put together give you the most powerful product launch, and that is the pre-live strategy and the post-live strategy. So before we can even get over the different strategies, we must go over what Amazon's A10 algorithm ranks your product based on. Now, there are a number of things that the algorithm takes into account, but the most important things are going to be the number of reviews your product has, the click-through rate, and the conversion rate. Now, you may be saying,
I'm launching my product and I don't have any reviews yet.
It's okay. Amazon understands this, and all new products start with 0 reviews. So as long as you're getting reviews coming in the first couple of weeks, then it is okay. Now, I have made a video on all the white hat tactics that you can currently do right now to get reviews. But once again, reviews will come in on their own down the line. Now, the most important things to do once your product is live out the gate that you have to be sending good signals to Amazon's algorithm are going to be the click rate and the conversion rate. So the click-through rate and the conversion rate, how many people are clicking on your product and how many people are actually buying your product. Now in this video, I'm going to cover those extensively. So let's first look at what creates an amazing click-through rate. So if we search in any term on Amazon.com and we look at the search field, we can see all the products and the different things that would make us click. And these are the product title, the product image, the product price, and the number of product reviews you have. These 4 things are going to encourage people to actually click on your product and get themselves into your actual listing. Now, starting from least important, we have the product title. Now, yes, this is important and it does explain what your product is, a quick description, and allows you to put keywords in your title so that you can actually pop up when people search. But once again, it is not going to sell someone on actually, getting in the door. Your product picture and your product price along with the reviews are what's going to be more important. Now, next we have the number of reviews. So once again, this is going to be low. We have just launched our product and it's going to be probably 0 or very few reviews. So this is once again not going to be the end of the world, but we have to have these next 2 things in place if we want to actually get clicks, and that are going to be the product price and the product main image. Now, this is where things can get very serious in a positive way or in a negative way. If you do not have the correct price and the correct product image, then you are going to not get clicks. Starting with the price of the product, I highly recommend that you do not sell what your competitors are selling their prices for, because once again, your competitors have reviews, they've been there longer than you, they're already in the algorithm. And if you try to price your product, which is once again probably going to be even better or even the same tier in terms of quality as your competitors, if you try to price it the same, then you are going to be leaving clicks on the table, because once again, they have more social proof in terms of reviews and they are established on that page. I'm going to say this again, if you are launching a product with no reviews, even if your product is better, people are going to be very skeptical of any 0 review product, even if the product image is great, if the price is too high. And so if your price is up to par with your competitors with more reviews than you, then you need to lower your price. And I recommend that you have your price lower by around 10 to 20%. Now, this is going to be a game changer and allow you to get a lot more clicks than you would have if you had the price equal to your competitors, because people are going to see a high quality, great product for a lower price. And they're going to be a lot more interested and a lot more likely to click on your product. And yes, you will not be as profitable as you potentially would in the early stages, but that is the point. You have to sacrifice early on if you want to see the trajectory and the algorithm boosting of your product go higher by lowering the price. And so we are starting lower, and eventually we're going to inch this product slowly and slowly higher and higher so that we can get to our intended price, but down the line and not right away. Because if you look on the flip side, we have a high priced product that doesn't get clicks in the first place, doesn't get boosted in Amazon's algorithm, and falls farther and further, and your product never takes off. Now, the last and definitely not least, actually the most important thing is the product image. If you do not have a killer product image, doesn't matter what your price is, doesn't matter how many reviews you have, people are not going to click on a crappy product image when there are good, pristine product images that other people have that they can click on instead. Now in Amazon, you have to spend money to make money, and I highly recommend that you spend your money towards product pictures. You should be planning on spending a couple of $100s for your product pictures, because this is going to be the selling point to get people to ever click on your listing. And once they even click and get inside your listing, to actually convert with the supporting product images. And that is only possible if you spend money on your product images. I would much rather see you spend less in terms of the amount of units you order and spend more in terms of the product images, so that your product images will actually sell the units that you order, and not having a bunch of units with crappy images that don't sell. Now, the top websites that I like to use for product images are going to be Fiverr, Upwork, and OutlineMatic.com. Once again, all these companies are great. You can find lots of freelancers on Fiverr and Upwork, or you can simply go to the top tier, OutlineMatic.com, and get professional product images and even packages created for your product. Now, down below, I have discount codes for each of these that will save you off your very first order. Now, that was the pre-live strategy, where you're laying down all the correct frameworks so that once you make your product actually live, the pre-live to live stage, now we can actually move on to the post-live strategy. And you're actually going to make moves in terms of getting a few reviews, getting a high click-through rate, and getting a high conversion rate, which are the three primary things that are going to drive you in going higher in Amazon's algorithm. Now, in addition to all this, you need to be having an amazing listing that's actually going to convert once people actually click, which is going to have a high conversion rate. Now, I have made a video on this that I'm going to be releasing very, very soon that's going to teach you guys exactly what to put in your actual listing. So once people actually click and you have a high click-through rate, you have a high conversion rate. Now, once we're ready to actually launch our product and make it live, we can move from the pre-live strategies to the post-live strategies. Now, these are going to be strategies that once it's live, we can actually put these strategies into place to drive more and more external traffic to our listing and ultimately get more clicks and get more sales. And so in order for these post-live strategies to have the maximum effect, you need to once again have the pre-live strategies in place, so that once again, people are actually clicking and you're not just driving traffic to a crappy listing with a crappy price that's too high and a crappy main image that people are not going to click for anyways. You have to have these ones in place, which once again, the pre-live strategies are not very complex, and it's actually pretty simple to get high quality images, to make the price good, and get reviews. And if you don't want to fall down the path of only getting clicks but no one ever converts and buys your product, then make sure to check this video out right here, where I go into in-depth listing optimization right now.